Should your listing agent be present at all showings? Let's talk about this. Have you ever gone shopping for a car or something that you really want and you know you want it, but first you want to see it in person and get a feel for it? That's the key thing, feel. So you might have done your research and on paper something makes sense. It checks all the boxes, but then when you see it in person, one of three things can happen. You love it, you like it, but you're not sure and you have some questions, or you know it's a no-go. I once wanted this car and it had all the elements I was looking for, but once I sat in it and then drove it, it was a hard no. The same happens in real estate. People buy homes because they feel it. And I would say 9.8 times out of 10, I know when someone will buy a house because of how they feel about it. And feelings take a moment or so. You need to orient yourself to your surroundings. You need to take it all in. You need to look at the bigger picture. In real estate, this is also very important because it's an extremely large purchase. So anytime a seller wants me to be at the house for showings, I like to explain why it may not be in their best interest. Anytime that I have brought a buyer to a house and the selling agent is there, three things happen. Number one, the buyer shuts down and they feel very uncomfortable in the house. They don't want to say things. They don't want to ask me any questions. It doesn't feel natural, which means it is taking away from their experience or their feeling in the house. Two, we feel like even though the selling agent might have the best intentions, it's kind of like they're oddly hovering. They want to tell us stuff, which is great, but my client might not be ready to receive the information at that point. And if you think about sales, it should never be about what the seller wants. It should be about what the client wants or the buyer wants and how they take in information and how they process it. Sales 101, you don't sell at someone. You identify a problem or a need and then you provide a solution. And so when the selling agent is there and they're telling you all about the features of the fireplace, which is helpful, but my client is still pondering the colors of the kitchen cabinets and do they like them, this information isn't heard and it's lost. And then the client still feels uncomfortable. And again, intentions aside, it can be pushy. And no one wants to be pushed into their largest purchase. Third thing that can happen is I ask them to leave. So if you do really want to sell your home and you feel that there are things that are very important to talk about as it relates to your house, I would engage with an agent who has a marketing plan that can naturally help buyers understand the special features or the things that you find very important when the moment is right for the buyer, not when it's right for the seller or the seller's agents. And this is often a really big misconception in the marketplace. So if you have any questions, I'd be happy to talk more about it.